Hi everyone, my name is Virginia and I'm one of the owners of Body Mass Gym and Body Mass Composition Testing. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about this machine I'm sitting on right here, which is a Dexa. So if you're unfamiliar with what a Dexa scan is, it is a measure of body composition. So basically this machine, known as the Dexa, has a sensor in the top and a low dosage X-ray in the bottom. What happens is the person who's receiving the test lays down nice and still, and slowly this top arm up here passes from your head to your toes. What happens is as it's passing from your head to your toes, it's reading every bit of tissue, your entire body, that's in between the X-ray and the sensor. Takes about 6 minutes. It's a non-invasive. It's really easy, but the reason why the Dexa scan is so much more valuable than any other method of body composition is that there's no estimating. It is literally measuring your entire body. You're not just testing certain areas and applying it to the whole or making a guesstimate like many other methods of body composition do. The way the Dexa scan measures is it's breaking your body into 3 different types of tissue. We're measuring bone, so this stands for bone mineral content. As you go through, you'll see an amount of pounds of BMC. Basically, what's the weight of your skeleton? It's also measuring our fat mass, which is really important. When most people are measuring or tracking their body composition, it's really vital to know exactly how much fat you have and where it's distributed in your body. There's 2 types of fat that we're really looking at. The first is subcutaneous. And that's kind of your surface level fat. That's the fat that you can pinch just under your skin. If you were to do a method like a skin fold caliper, that would be measuring your subcutaneous fat. But there's also visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat that's surrounding your organs and kind of intertwined with more of your lean mass. And that's the type of fat that often doesn't get read in other methods of body composition. So when you're really measuring in other forms, you're not getting an accurate reading. I like to kind of take this like a steak, right? So if you have a steak that you get at the grocery store, you see that fatty part that kind of trims the edges of the steak. That's your subcutaneous fat. But if you get a fatty cut of meat, you can see that the fat is marbleized within the meat itself, and that's going to be your visceral fat. So that's the fat that's kind of intertwined that you can't actually pinch. So that's why a Dexa is so great, is it's not going to let any of that go to the wayside. It's actually going to measure all of the fat in your body. It also determines your lean mass. So lean mass is basically anything that is not fat and not bone. When we look at changes in an adult body in lean mass, that's primarily going to be due to changes in muscle mass. So that's going to be important for anybody who's looking to change their body composition or to get leaner, is building muscle. So seeing how does your lean mass change over time. So in addition to breaking down these 3 types of tissue in your body, the Dexa scan is also going to give us what we call segmented breakdowns. It's going to look specifically at your right leg, specifically at your left leg, specifically at your android, your belly region. There are a slew of different locations that we're looking at specifically so we can see in my right arm exactly what's my percent body fat there, how many pounds of fat do I have there, and how many pounds of lean mass do I have there. The first scan you do, you get valuable information on maybe being able to compare different parts of your body. But what's most important is when you come back for a subsequent scan. That way you can say, okay, over the last 8 weeks, I changed this with my training, and I changed this with my nutrition. Here's how it changed my body composition. Here's how my arms specifically changed. My trunk specifically changed. My legs. And then we can start to see, are those changes you're making in line with your goals? If my goal is to get more muscular arms, right, I want to make sure I'm putting on lean mass and I'm dropping fat mass specifically in my arms. If I were to come back and see that, okay, maybe I made changes in my legs, but not my arms, that's not in line with my goals, so it'd be time to kind of revamp my training and my program. So it's important to see exactly what's happening in different areas of your body in detail. This information is good for everybody who's looking to make a body composition change, but it's especially relevant for competitors, bodybuilding competitors, who really need to dial in and make specific small detailed changes based off of judges' feedback. So if you're a competitor and you're not doing Dexa scans, you're doing yourself a disservice. Get on the machine, come in, do a scan. The final bit of information that the Dexa tells us, which is very important especially for women's health as they age, is bone density. So originally, and still are, Dexas are used to measure bone density, and then doctors can diagnose osteopenia, osteoporosis, based off of bone density information given from a Dexa scan. For us, we're just tracking trends of bone density and making sure that everyone's bone density is in a good spot. If there's any drastic changes in bone density or anyone has low numbers on bone density, it's important to go to your doctor for a follow-up Dexa scan so they can interpret those results a little bit more and give you guidance. But just overall, Dexa scans, fast and easy to do, very non-invasive, insanely accurate, but also give you a map and a road plan for success. So if you're really looking to change your body composition and make improvements, Dexa is the way to go. Alright, if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to the Body Mass YouTube channel. We'll have a lot more information like this coming at you. And be sure to leave any questions that you have down in the comments. We'll answer those for you. Bye-bye.